had no clue about Africa, apart from the Zambian waterfalls or the Kenyan safaris. The sequence of events since then took me to a thought in 1992. I was a freshman in college in a good university in America. I was proud of that. And we were all talking about the economies of India and China. Everybody boasted that China, the American investment is very, very strong in China. They are becoming the manufacturing hub of the world. And India holds a great promise, and we should all be in India. 3-4 months down my freshman year, I was having lunch in the cafeteria, met across a US citizen, and the gentleman asked me 2 questions. One was, when are the British leaving India? Year 1992. And the second one was, do you still ride on elephants in the cities? This was 1992. I thought I had made a big breakthrough by coming to this amazing college in America, and here I have this student ask me these 2 stupid, dumb questions, unaware of the world. In 2005, I met this student again. By this time, I'd come back to India. I was working as a businessman here, and we were flying to London. And the gentleman says that, I've set up a shop in Gurgaon. We are doing data mining. I said, big deal, fine. Technology is a big thing now in India. I bump into again on a flight from Delhi to London in 2016. He has sold a part of that company for 125 million pounds to Blackstone. He employs 5,000 people working in Gurgaon. So when I heard about Africa for the last 1 month, I was very, very excited. And this is the message which I wanted to share with all our small and medium companies which make India. At that time, we had the Pepsi, the Coke, the Tata, and the IBMs of America in India. Today, we have the Tatas and the Airtels in Africa. But the promise lies beyond. So we need to wake up and take the opportunity which is in front of us, because just like America, we have a connect with Africa. We have a cultural heritage of sharing. We have people from India living in Africa. They understand our culture. If we dive deep enough, we will also understand the culture very, very quickly because we have that connect with Africa. So we have the same feeling which from America to India was there before. And today, it's much more easier. At that time, we did not have technology. We did not have this interface which we have today. We did not have the willingness of the nations like we have today. We have heard our African counterparts coming and expressing their desire to work together. We have such a strong ministerial backing with funds, with technology, with the willingness. We have heard our ambassadors who are stationed there were so well aware of what are the trade opportunities and what are we strong on and what we can build upon. We have heard the business people, Indian business people who are there for three generations and pointing out to us the opportunities. While on the dais, I was discussing with our SG, Saurabh ji, and he was telling me his amazing experience with Africa, being there personally involved in projects. So having said that, I feel that the India-Africa part of this entire International Week has been the most exciting one for me because it's eye-opening and it creates a huge opportunity, or rather it opens up our eyes to huge opportunities. To give you a small example, I was with the High Commissioner of one of the African nations 12 days ago. And I was surprised to know that they were a middle-income economy in totality. So from being desirous, as Mr. Sebastian said, of just buying things from Africa or considering as a supplier source for one of the minerals which I required, I started wondering what can I sell to Africa. So let's get down to that. With that, I would like to thank our President for being here. I would like to thank the ministries for being here. I would like to thank the Highnesses for being here, the ambassadors for being here throughout this week. And I would like to also thank, obviously, all our esteemed members and the audience here. And just to give you a small synopsis of what we have gone through this week, the model of the International Week was hybrid, as we all know. We had a participation from more than 40 countries. We had 90 plus exhibitors. On the week long, we had a physical participation by 20 ambassadors from various countries and missions based in India, and more than 35 ambassadors and diplomats from India and foreign missions attending the event virtually. Over 500 industry members and students from the academia physically attended the event over this week. And I'm proud to say that we had more than 5,000 delegates, rather to be precise, 5,341 to be present in amongst all the deliberations which we had. At this particular momentous time, I would like to keep this amazing, I should say, momentum growing and going. So I'm proud to announce that our second edition of the PhD International Week and Ambassadors Meet will be held in 2022 March from the 7th to the 11th. And apart from that, I would like to again thank the Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India. I would also like to really thank the International Institute of Foreign Trade, who have been our knowledge partner and have been able to really delve deep into several issues. And we look forward to their guidance because they have been listening to all the deliberations, and we await their recommendations and would like to forward the same to the Ministry of External Affairs to act upon. And also I would like to express my sincere thanks to the media for giving us the attention and their valuable time. And last but not the least, my team. Many thanks and appreciation to the entire team of International Affairs and Trade Fairs Division of PhD, headed by Naveen ji. He has done an amazing job. Our SG, our Assistant Secretary General and other team members, namely Neeraj ji, Rakesh Sangrai ji, Mayank ji, Abhishek ji, Yudhvir ji, Tanisha, Naresh, Kanishka, Suman and Geeta for bringing together such a mammoth program seamlessly. And in fact, to run the concurrent activities of GRACE and GTI Expos, the International Conference of Tube Manufacturing, Warsaw Print and Packaging Expo 2021, and India-Germany Virtual B2B Meeting, all happening within this entire week. I think there was so much happening that I couldn't keep up. And I had to pull my president in that, please help me. So ladies and gentlemen, once more, thank you very much for being here present virtually and physically. Look to see you again very, very soon. Thank you.